and welcome to Tea Time with the Violet Flame. I'm Jessica.
I'm Tammy.
And I'm Danielle.
And today we're here to give you shed some light on some heart-centered messages that we're going to pull from the tarot.
All right, so today we're using the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle deck. Okay. Let's see what messages Spirit has for the collective. Here we go. Burden. Not sure how well you guys can see.
Burdens.
All right. So, burden, what's holding you back?
Is there anything else that we should see if there's any more?
That one started to. Disruption.
Tower moments, huh?
Tower, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Creative optimism. Fire fairy. So, looks like someone might be going through something within the collective.
Burdens, disruption, and creative actions.
Let's see if there's anything else. Taking a creative action, having optimism.
Yeah, I'm just drawn to so much orange, and orange is creativity, but the opposite, it could be fear too. So what changes are you fearing? What are you blocking?
Here we go. There's one more message. Transformation.
Yeah, see, I see if you stop blocking, if you accept the changes, we're going through lots of disruption and changes these days. And some of us are fighting it. It's tough. It's tough. Change is hard for some of us.
It's only through the darkness that we can actually grow and transform. So it only makes sense that we are coming up with burdens and a tower moment to be released by our creative energy to be able to transform. That's exactly what I'm seeing here is the process of transformation. And I know many of you at home right now are going through spiritual awakenings or realizing right now that your life that you have been living isn't up to par with your spirit anymore. It's causing discomfort. You're questioning whether you want to go back to the life that you had before. You're looking at a new reality, new opportunities, new ways of being, and that's very scary for a lot of people. Some people find comfort in routine and in the same old ways. They feel safe, but you have to really look at what is safety. Are you saying that before this quarantine that you, just because you had a routine, that you were safe? Are you saying that your life was perfect the way it was? Because I know many people that come here were very unhappy with the way they were living, and then the quarantine put that into perspective. They found gratitude now that they had the life that they lived, but they're also questioning maybe this is the opportunity to live a new life, to find new ways, to go into our passion, into our creative energy, and to search within for what we truly want for our life as we reawaken and reopen the world today.
Right, and as far as, like the swan card says, trust your psychic abilities. Trust in yourself to see that transformation through. If you keep holding on to the fear, what is actually fear? You're holding on to something, that anxiety of what is to become.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when Spirit's drawing the word is burden, but Spirit's focusing just den, D-E-N. And when I think of my den, it's your comfort zone. You're in your house, you're comfortable. This is like a fall scene, so things are shriveling up and dying for a while, but new growth is coming after the fall, even though I know it's springtime, but I'm really drawn to this card, the first one that flipped out. So when you retreat to your den, when you go to that comfort place in your home, Spirit's trying to tell you something. Spirit's sending you messages, and if you're blocking it, you're in that disruption phase. Oh, this isn't working. This isn't okay. If you keep trying to push something, and Spirits, I get the message so much these days. Just sit down. I get like a hand to the chest, like sit back down. Just sit down, relax.
You mentioned
take some
the
deep
den.
breaths.
Yeah, and you mentioned the den. You know, right now everyone's in quarantine right now, so we are forced to take that break, go inside our little cave, our den, and look within ourselves. So a lot of our lives are disrupted, and you know, who's that person that's going to come out of, you know, all these thoughts, that transformation? And I think that's where a lot of this is coming from too, is, you know, things that's going on out in the outside world and how it's affecting you on the inside as well, and it's making you, you know, makes us think, okay, here I was living this life this way, but I'm not truly happy and authentic in this life, and now I need to find that true authentic self. You know, who is this person? And that could be scary.
And I find it interesting how throughout our burdens, when the tower moment comes from the resistance that we cause within because of the way we're perceiving our burdens. Are we able to release resistance and accept what is right now? Are we able to release resistance and allow our creative energies to flow to be able to transform right now? This resistance that we cause within is truly just by, and this pain that we cause within is truly just by not surrendering to what's happening in our own personal lives, the way we're looking at life. So if we're too focused on outward worldly things and not focusing inward on what this pain, this burden is, this heaviness within us, and releasing it from within, then the outside isn't going to change. We have to go within, and one way to do that is through our creativity, as we're doing now with videos and through our various acts of enhancing our intuition or art therapy, you know, the things that we do creatively to be able to go with the flow and transform us as a message for the collective right now. Is really it's I feel like that's exactly what it's saying, is to find a way to be creative and find a way to take your burdens and turn it, you know, take the darkness and transform it into light. What are you learning right now? What are you going to do with this energy? Because it's powerful energy. Everything you're focusing outward to cause these resistance is powerful. You're putting up a dam. You're taking what your thoughts about your burdens and actually putting a wall up around you. But if you took that same powerful energy and focused it inward and released it with creative energies, however you can, and really just dug into that pain and turned it into something beautiful, a work of art, you'll be able to see your path so much more clear. Your spirit will be speaking to you through this creativity.
And I'm looking at the fire fairy. If you keep blocking it, you know, this is a deal you made with your higher soul, your spirit. You came here for this specific reason. I'm thinking of a friend of mine who's so upset. She's never liked this job that she's been in for years and years, and she's still been working, taking a lot of abuse. They're making her work more and more hours. And she's come to me a few times and said, well, you know, is this where your spirit is happy? She knows she's not happy, but she didn't want to make the change. Well, last week someone, I think the fire fairy, came to her, and they're telling her as soon as her job opens back up, she's done. She'll have to apply to a new one, and she knows she won't even accept that. So the change is going to come no matter what. You can fight it, or you can sit back in your den, take some deep breaths. Okay, spirit, what messages am I getting? Journal, write them down. Sometimes it's channeled through your writing. If the same thing, if you keep getting in the same type of relationship, if you're still unhappy with where you're at, what you're doing, you have to sit down, evaluate what's going on, or the tower moment is going to be super scary. I mean, it usually is anyways. Change is really hard for most people, but the swan is what comes. The swan.
Right. When you think of the tower moment, the disruption, a lot of times, yes, it's a huge disturbance in your life, but it doesn't always necessarily mean something bad. It could be something good. And the longer you put off the things that are holding you back, the more that fire fairy is going to burn your ass and push in that right direction, you know? And because you are leading to these transformations, these changes, and the longer you're stuck and, you know, refusing to do that work, you know, spirit's going to push you a lot harder than what you may be expecting and push you out of that comfort zone.
And I'm hearing relationship loud and clear as well, whether it's relationship with other people or relationship with yourself, because I'm seeing the sacral chakra in many of these cards. I'm seeing 4 trees here that in other cards represent happiness with family and or the twin flame 1111. And there's disruption in what you view as happiness within your relationships, whether that's a relationship with yourself or with others. Everything, a relationship with ourselves is only mirrored out in other people. But I'm feeling tower moments in a lot of people, and whether or not they want to stay in their current types of relationships. Do they want to go deeper? This fairy, she's guarded, she's holding her chest like this. She's not living an authentic life. She's blocking her heart chakra, and the orange is screaming sacral chakra, so she has an imbalance between her heart and her sacral chakra. Is she honoring her energy? Is she living an authentic life and enhancing her relationships with others? I feel like her wings want to fly. Her wings want.
Yeah, both the other cards have wings, but neither one of them are ready to use those wings to fly. Swan, you don't picture a swan flying. I don't even know if they do fly, but they have wings, so they probably can. But yeah, I've noticed I was eyeballing those wings.
So are you breaking out? Are you loving the people that you actually want to love right now? Or is there something within you, your ego, holding you back? Are you building up a wall because of past hurts? Or are you worried about what society thinks about who and what you love? Right now is a time for authenticity. We're being told right now to stand in our authenticity, to be able to transform and to live a life we desire, to create from that basis. You're never going to be able to truly be unique and show the world what you can do if you don't honor that energy.
Yep, and I'm looking at the water, lots of water in the disruption. There's lots of emotions, but just honor those emotions. They're going to help you realize where you are right now and why are you feeling these emotions right now. Let them subside though. Give them a day. Don't make your decision from that emotional point. You need to calm down, go within. I struggle with that sometimes, and I snap out at the wrong times. I don't wait for my emotional wave to subside.
You're not the only one. But I think that's, I do that at times too, but I feel like I'm honoring my authenticity when I allow that to come through. And I feel like this waterfall of emotion is going from the 1111 emotionally going to the fairy who's closed off. So I feel like someone wants to speak, somebody out there wants to communicate and maybe do a creative adventure with somebody that they know they love dearly, but they're afraid to come forward. And I feel like this swan, this transformation is showing that this love is going to flow. Like, you're not going to be able to keep it in. It's going to be like that volcano. And if you hold it in too long, you might miss your opportunity, which is okay. It might be the lesson that you have to learn in this lifetime. But how many lifetimes are you going to miss your opportunity until you blow up like a volcano and then express your love for this person or this project or these people? To allow this transformation that truly needs to take place in a balanced energy, which is what happens when twin flames come together. They balance out their energy, and then you don't have to live this life lesson over again in conflict, with internal conflict.
Yeah, swans mate for life, don't they? And that swan's lonely by themselves.
But I feel like she has her wings out, like something's about to come in. Like, this water's flowing and something's coming in, and she has her arms out ready.
And this is all in the past, and this is looking towards the future. She's ready.
So what are you guys ready for out there? What is it that you're holding on to? What is the resistance that you're causing within where you're not being authentic in your life? It's time to figure that out. Like she said, journal it out, paint it out. What is your spirit calling you to do? Who are you needing to communicate with? What ways can you clear up your sacral and your heart chakras to be more open and because that will enhance your creativity as you clear up those chakras. And what ways can you help yourself smile through this transformation to open up your heart energy? Maybe just just reaching out to this loved one. I encourage you to do so. Just say something.
Clear up any miscommunication.
Yeah, that's these leaves that I'm seeing. I'm seeing these fall leaves. You can't prevent them from dropping. They're going. They're going to fall off the tree. You can leave them piled up all around you and try to bring them back to life. They're never coming back to life. They weren't meant to stay. Move them along. Take the leaf blower out. Get out of my life. Let's clear things out so that new growth. I went up to my cottage a couple weeks ago. I had so much raking to do because I didn't do it when I should have done it last fall. So Reiki. Within 3 days, there was so much new growth. These ferns, the little fiddleheads are coming up, and 4 days later, like I need to get out the lawnmower. It allowed, but had I not cleared all that stuff out, that new growth would not be coming through. There was just there was lots of leaves.
Clear away the old to make room for the new.
And when we were out walking in nature yesterday, there was 2 of everything. We saw 2 trees combined, 2 deer, 2 swans, 2 families of geese, 2. Everything screaming, to come together with love. It's, summer, spring is in the air. To recreate yourself. Love is going to enhance your creative energy. It's only going to help you on your path. It's not, a lot of people think they need to stay single and miserable and be independent to be able to be creative and honor their dreams. Well, you'd be surprised the supportive energy that you'll get coming through when your 2 energies combine. And there are powerful manifesting couples out there who can put their energy together. And I've been, even in my own energy, I've been getting the cards of power couple. So, hello, I'm here. Mr. King of Pentacles, I'm waiting for you to say something, damn it. I'm not giving up on you. So, why don't you pull a couple more cards from this other deck? Danielle has a new deck. There might be some interesting messages out there for you. I know she had some for me yesterday. What's it called again?
The Rebel deck. So for those of you 18 years and younger, there is swearing in there. So let's see.
PG-13 deck for us. That's okay. I've been swearing a lot these days. So.
Sometimes you just have to let it go.
Yeah.
And out it comes.
Yep. There's a flipper.
It has money on the front, and on the back it says,
Make it rain. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to rain all day today.
That's not the kind of rain we're talking
money,
about.
I know.
Oh, that just tells me that this couple, whoever's out there that needs to get together, you are on a creative adventure that's going to make it rain in dollar bills. You guys, your power couple, you are abundant.
Yes, whether with its money or other types of prosperity. Okay, so I drew out one more card. It says it's dark and you can't see a fucking thing.
Get your head out of your ass.
Pronto.
All right, so whoever it is out there, whether it's the divine feminine or the divine masculine, that needs to understand that getting your head out of the darkness and shining your light and speaking your truth, clearing up your heart and sacral chakras, and bringing your ass together with your divine feminine or masculine is only going to make it rain on this creative adventure. So if you needed confirmation, here it is. Now go.
Yeah. And call in the light. Call in your angels. Call in your guides. Call in Jesus. I know I think many people are having some dark days. I know I've had at least 2 or 3 in the last 2 weeks that were tough. Call a friend, but especially, your ascended masters, angels, they're acting quick these days. I'm getting like immediate manifestation when I ask them, and sometimes I just forget and I want to sit there in my den and cover myself with the leaves and just wallow and this isn't working out. It's just brush the leaves aside, just let the light in.
And when you let that light in, you may be getting some telepathic messages as well. What is your spirit saying to you? Are you getting messages from your beloved out there, the one that you're blocking? Listen to your intuition, listen to your heart, and it says this one, trust your psychic gifts. So if you're feeling it, if you're seeing it, stop blocking it.
Yeah, just let it flow. Let it come in.
Well, thank you once again for joining us today, and we hope to see you again next week.